Hello, welcome back. Welcome to the Sun into Pisces edition of the newsletter. This time we are going to talk about the energies of Pisces, the mutable water sign. We also need to talk about Aries because we have a lot of Aries action happening this cycle. And we're going to talk about the seventh and final Pluto Uranus square. So you can skip ahead to any of those sections. I got the times right here. There'll be charts to look at as I explain things. And thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so the first thing that we want to talk about, so I do my reports every time that the sun changes signs, and that happens 12 times a year, which gives us our 12 astrological signs. And right now, as of the 18th of February, the sun is moving into Pisces. Pisces is a mutable water sign. It closes out the winter months. And it is the 12th sign of astrology, meaning we've reached a point of completion. Pisces is also ruled by the planet Neptune, and so a lot of its energies are associated with the qualities of Neptune. Neptune would be about creativity, artistry, intuition, poetry, all those things that we think about as creative, intrinsically intuitive, and that knowing that just sort of comes from within. We can't necessarily explain it logically, but we just have this intuitive sense that guides us. So Pisces is about tuning into those energies. And so from the 18th of February, the sun heads into Pisces, where in fact Neptune is right now. And those two will be hooking up or making an exact conjunction, but they will be in each other's energy for about the next 30 days, as will all of us. So part of the message here is to tune in to that deeper message of, inner knowing, connectivity. Pisces, because it completes the whole zodiac, blends everything that we've learned from the beginning, from Aries through Taurus, Gemini, etc. It brings it all together. One of its jobs is to integrate. So we may have a lot of spiritual epiphanies, or just that sense of being connected to the all that is and all that really groovy Piscean stuff, which is fantastic if you're an artist, and even if you're not a full-time artist, delving into your creative projects right now, just as a way to enhance whatever it is you are doing, this is the time of the year to do this. So, those are some of the energies at play right now, and I'm going to show you as this cycle starts. We'll see a whole stellium in Pisces that will start off the cycle, but that will immediately start giving way to the planets in Aries that we're going to talk about next. But I do want you to know we have a lot that will stay in Pisces. The Sun, Neptune, and the asteroid Chiron will be in Pisces throughout this cycle, and later on, about the 12th of March, Mercury will finally get to Pisces. So just kind of be willing to tune into those energies, to drop into your own intuition. If anything seems harsh, hard to grasp, just kind of like stop, draw in those Pisces energies of meditation, going within, getting clear with source and spirituality first, and then you're going to know how to act. And speaking of act, we have a lot of planets coming into Aries, so let's talk about those. Okay, so when we start this cycle, we'll also be starting with a new Pisces moon, but boy, is that about to give way really quickly. Because after Pisces comes the initiating fire sign of Aries. Aries is bold, Aries is brave, Aries is courageous, and above all, Aries is all about action, action, action. And I mean, within 2 days of the sun going into Pisces, we have Mars and Venus heading into Aries, where they're going to be meeting up with Uranus, which is also already in Aries. So even though we think about Pisces being all mellow and this time to tune in and meditate, maybe, get in touch with all that creative energy, we are going to have a powerhouse of planets, not only in Aries, but in the fire signs in general, because Venus, Mars, and Uranus are going to be connecting with Jupiter, which is in the fire sign of Leo, and with Saturn, which is in the fire sign of Sagittarius. This means that all three of our fire signs are going to be highly active during the next 30 days. This is all really going to culminate and get intense when we get up to that next Pluto Uranus square, which I'm going to cover in a minute. But I just want you to note, as you can see in these charts, we get Mars and then Venus right away in this cycle. And Venus is about what we desire. Mars is about how we go about getting it. Uranus can be, it's called the awakener. It brings surprises. It can bring things in very unexpected ways, but it doesn't let you get away with too much spacing out or checking out. So this is going to be a very interesting grouping of energies where we have one foot in the Piscean dream and we have the other one absolutely intent on calling us to action. So we're going to be working on blending those two energies throughout this cycle. This Pluto-Uranus square is the 7th of this whole series. Here are the dates of all the previous ones. You can maybe look back in your life and go, this was happening then, this was happening at the next one, etc., etc. So as you can see, since they've begun, they've become higher in degree, which means their energies are getting stronger. So for those of you who are not at all familiar with the Pluto-Uranus squares, Pluto, in essence, is the planet of evolution. It's in the sign of Capricorn, reforming our government, our banking, our systems, all of these institutions. Uranus is the planet of revolution, and it's in the sign of Aries, which is all about trying to break new ground, establish new systems, etc., etc. And we see this, playing out on the world stage every day. One force coming up against the other. And the squares, of course, represent those points at which something's got to give. So these planets are in cardinal signs, and that means that we are breaking new ground, we are establishing something new. And this cycle, when you think about all the global changes from 2012 that are happening right up until the time we're going into this next square, are huge. So some of this you can see on the global stage, and then you can also look back at these dates and figure out, wow, what was going on in my life and what new ground am I breaking, what things am I leaving behind, what things don't serve me. This is just a huge cycle coming to culmination. If you ask me, I think it actually hit its strongest point last April when we had a full cardinal cross. That meant we had a planet in each of the cardinal signs, and then we had that 5th Pluto-Uranus square. But then again, we never know how these are going to play out until they actually happen. But in my experience, we got through that 5th one. That was a full grand cardinal cross. So at this point, we'll just sail through this one. I'm joking because I know so many people who just were going to duck the last one, and it found us anyway. So just be mindful that this huge revolutionary and evolutionary culmination is going to be happening around that time. This is some of the strongest cosmic energy. It is about us all moving forward in this giant collective way. I actually feel that the Pisces energy here will keep informing our innate sense of who we are. So, I'm an optimistic astrologer and person, really. So I think it's all good. It just may be a little bumpy. So that's kind of what I have to share with you guys about this sun cycle. And just to wind up here, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in and for watching the videos and all that good stuff. And I do want to get to the free stuff because I know some of you guys really like that. So again, there's the, for anybody who's new to my site, that's elizabethoracle.co. You can sign up for the email list and you can find out about getting readings. And there are some things in there that are exclusively for newsletter subscribers. And one of them would be, right now I am in the middle of giving away a set of angel cards that were autographed by Radleigh Valentine for you guys in the angel community. You know him. Show you, this is autographed. And this is the Guardian Angel deck. I love this deck. It is just so sweet and so gentle. So if you sign up for my newsletter while the sun is in Pisces, you're going to have a chance to win that deck. And I'll be drawing that name before we do the Sun into Aries edition, and I'll have another deck at that point. Also, if you'd like a reading and you're new, you can get 5 free minutes with your first order at my website. So I just want to thank you again for watching the videos. Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. You can hit the thumbs up, you can leave a comment, and you can subscribe. So just wishing you guys all the best. You know, it's a big cycle of change, but I do believe that the Pisces element is going to keep us so inspired and so tuned in to who we really are. And so we can just always hit that higher wavelength of awareness and move with all the energies coming in. All the best. We'll talk to you soon.